So here we have the Mercedes-Benz A180 on a 65 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we don't have reversing sensors on the back there, but this car does have a reversing camera. Plenty of boot space along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the speedometer and fuel gauge. On the right-hand side, the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. In the centre, you can then see the total miles for this car. They are 71,096. You can change the information displayed there for various bits of trip computer, fuel economy information, and that digital readout for the speedometer. Below that section, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, so we are, of course, in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel, the buttons I was using just a second ago are here. We have stereo and phone controls on the right hand side, and behind the steering wheel the minus and plus pedals so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox should you wish to do that. Over in the centre we then have the main screen for the car. So we're on the audio menu there at the moment. There are various ways in which you can listen to your music. So we've got the radio, of course, CD player, USB storage, and Bluetooth audio. So once you paired your phone, which is done under the telephone heading, not only can you make and receive phone calls, you'll also be able to stream your music wirelessly as well. Incidentally, the movement that I'm making on the screen is being done using this dial just here. You can use the buttons that appear on the stereo system here, should you wish to. Or, as I said, the dial itself, so we can access our radio, telephone from there. We have our main volume for the stereo as well. And previously, I mentioned that this car has got a reversing camera. So it's a full colour camera, as you can see, with guidelines showing you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image being shown on the screen. And then we have our CD player, the buttons I went through just a moment ago, the ability to adjust your volume, answer and end phone calls as well. Below that, we can turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. So you can turn that system off. We have our hazard warning lights there as well. And then we have the air conditioning. So you can adjust the temperature, the fan speed, and the direction of the air. The air conditioning is on at the minute, so that's off, back on again. You can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly, depending on the temperature you've set over here, of course. We have a 12-volt charging socket. The key for, or one of the keys for the car just here. It's a push button start for this car. We have plenty of storage as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.